what was the one thing that shocked you about newborns? And if there's a difference between actually for the first one and the second one.
Wow, they are gas. Those things can be gassy.
Oh, yeah.
They can be gassy. You don't know how fat smells until you have a newborn. It's just like, it's just like, you must love this thing.
I've had bad ones.
It's wow. Anyway, me that was surprising. On the fact that they can't fart, you have to help them. So you're like,
Oh, yeah.
that was so funny. They don't know how to fart, like they have gas, but then they're uncomfortable. It's like,
Tumbo and all that.
Then you hold their legs, you push. Bicycle. Then you just and then all of a sudden you see somebody smiling like, oh, thank you. That was funny.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that answers for me. That was just hilarious. I used to laugh so hard.
Cutest thing.
I think for me, I'm trying to think because now my mind is blah. I have like so many things, of course. First time, I only have one experience. So first time was the umbilical cord. How long it took for me for it to fall off. And the care that you have to give the child and all that. I used to think like, my mom angesema, weka tu jivu na inatoka. I didn't have jivu, I didn't have all that shit.
And by the way,
and then you're given this cream kwa hosi, but it's almost like it's making things worse, but you can't stop Julishanza kupaka, so it was a struggle for me, honestly. I even look at his belly button right now, I'm just like, the things we went through. And then you hear other moms in this
actually that moment
WhatsApp
it becomes
groups.
black and drops off. You literally feel like something wrong has happened.
I know. Because it dropped and bado kulikuwa na some weirdness going on. And I was just like, do I continue kupaka hii dawa? Am I stop? What do I do?
Ni kwanza nikikumbuka kuna watu wenye nilikuwa najuanga nikiwa grow up walikuwa na kitovu kubwa.
Oh yes. And I was just like, hey Mr. Kiukwe umse.
Like sasa hii ni nini friend?
No body shaming.
There are some things but I don't think about like kitovu kubwa.
You just see it.
But then now it's up to you to make that decision for your child. It's
yes.
like, oh please,
make it make sense.
Ingia ndani.
It'll be an ini.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Are you saying for someone who has an
outie?
It's because issues with
and we don't know, but we, like
possibly.
And then imagine sasa you are the determinant of that future.
You're the one. You make it count.
But then
I am very curious. Where is the guy's involvement in? Is there? Is it?
They're there.
Me?
It's all up to you. Actually, they also depend on you.
Even then, they
to
don't
give
know.
them insights.
Clueless.
And you're also learning. That's the funny thing.
Sasa ni cheerleaders.
Yeah. Like they support your decision. Like it's fine. Let's do that.
Let's
yeah.
do that, yeah.
Unataka kumpake mafuta mpake. Ina diaper poa. Nunua. Just
what does
that.
your gut tell you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My friend, let me tell you what I think I've remembered. One of the most important things for me, which I think I told you. Till now, I see the benefit. When now my child was in hospital, when we had my first baby and we were in hospital for a while, I remember the nurses advising him to do skin to skin.
Oh yes.
So this is very important to do the skin to skin with the kid, with the baby. And they did the skin to skin. Wow, the bond till now, 7 years down the line, unmatched.
Strong.
Unmatched. Me, I can do no. I have nothing on those two. On actually those three. I have nothing on it. Because me, I was breastfeeding and I was like,
that's enough. That's too much. And you also you don't have the
boobs are too big for you to put somebody on top.
And they're leaking and all that, so you don't have the luxury to do it.
So my partner in that particular category, friend Kikombe, he used to ski. And he'd come to hospital just for that. Like he'd come remove his shirt, like he'd come like, hi, how are you? That was your day that he removed the shirt.
Things?
How's the baby? And then kidogo the baby's being undressed.
Yeah.
Then he like the wife beat a vest, puts the baby inside. I'd be sitting there, I'm like,
that's a highlight to his day. And I'll just be able to come home and do that.
Yeah, that was very hilarious for me.
I'd like that.
Yeah, I think we should close off. We need a part 2 for this because we haven't even touched any of your questions.
I didn't even think we would end up.
I know.
Yeah, so
this was icebreaker.
So anyway,
it was so good.
Skin to skin.
100% recommended.
Because now, because of that, they had a bond with the child, so the child could
There's
smell.
something I saw on TikTok, but I don't know if it's Is it porojo or something? But there's something there are hormones they release towards each other.
Yeah.
The bond, exactly what you're saying.
Because my husband told me he was jealous. And there's this aspect people also don't address. Maybe because he's starring, he likes being part of the show. So he told me, like, during the labor period and the delivery, he felt so inadequate because he couldn't do anything. He was just there, like, okay. So he was following instructions, like, mwambie ashikilie, mwambie. So he told me, if there's one thing that he was like, I can never be again, is inadequate in front of somebody I love this much. Because he was like, he couldn't comprehend that as a man, he had no capacity to do anything. And you can imagine a man being, a man being inadequate in a situation because he was just there relying. He's seeing the nurse is going here. He's just like, okay.
And me?
And then the only thing they're telling him is hold her hand, hold her back. So he's like, with all this strength, this is the only thing I can do. Then when the baby came, then he noticed, now my bond, and he seated there, he's like, oh, really? Oh, you did this by yourself? Please. So
that's also my child.
Yeah, but that's also my child. So when the nurse said, you can.
Ndio sana, kaende.
Say less. So him and that bond made him, because he was explaining to me, first of all, the child was inside you for 9 months.
100%.
The only thing they had was my voice. Second of all, when the baby came, they came through you. And then in addition to that, they're only breastfeeding from you. Please.
It's all you.
I must do something. So for him, when
That's nice.
I'd breastfeed and he'd take burping.
Yeah.
Science. Burping is science,
Yes, it is.
Burping is science. And for some strange reason, men know how to do it better than women.
Yeah.
For some strange reason. So he would take the baby, burp the baby after the breastfeeding, then tell me to sleep.
Yeah,
then,
mine also used to do the burp.
Then skin to skin.
I would feed and be like...
and also, your paternity, alikuwa yeye ndio kupeleka mtoto kwa jua. Kwa sababu friend, bado ujahili kudown. Yes, so he'd take the child in the morning for that early morning sun for the first 2 weeks. And yes, they have a role, by the way, because they are, and if they're deliberate, they're able to create the same bond you have with the baby. And for now, I see it 7 years, like my kids barely notice me when I walk into the, like, they're like, hi mom, and then if he's behind me, Dad! And I'm like, wow.
That is so cute.
No.
For him, sorry. Not for you, for sure.
Well, I really think about my cracked nipples. Well done, you. Well done, you only skinned to skinned. And here we are.
Imagine. Yeah. That's all it took.
I have another question. I know we're short on time. Do you think the paternity leave for guys should be
100%.
100%.
Yes. Hata tuachie tu hapo.
Wait, what time are we talking about?
1 month is okay.
Yeah.
1 month is okay.
2 weeks, surely.
Let me tell you what is interesting.
That's bad.
We were saying the last time when we had the father moments, we said the 2 weeks, actually the government, kudos, again, the 2 weeks is because those first 2 weeks are shit. They're shit. For real, they're shit. It doesn't matter what, it's shit. So having somebody around you, especially now that we don't have a community, it's not like you're going back to your mom's place and stuff, it's very crucial. Now, let's do the mathematics. A woman takes roughly 6 weeks.
To heal.
Not to heal, to have some level of sanity and stability. If the person has left in 2 weeks, you have 4 weeks.
Of yourself.
To
figure it out.
If more men, and I'm noticing right now, like, remember, I don't know if I was telling you that during that whole period, it's when I started seeing the changing dynamics in the society. Every time I went for clinic, I saw more men with kids in clinic than women.
Same.
Like, I went one day with my mom, and she was out of place. She was like, wanaume wanafanya nini hapa? Because she was like, growing up, that was just, walikuwa mama tu kwa hiyo waiting room wote. But now, like, here in the city, and I think even sometimes in the village, like, it's really a couple's thing. Like, you see, a man goes with a kid. Nowadays, you see men taking their kids to school, walking them to school, driving them to school. So
good to see,
it's really good to see. And for me, even when I see the Somali community, which has been considered patriarchal, do it, for me, it's just a mark of something has changed. Like, people have accepted that being a woman and a new mother is hard, and the mental workload on a woman is a lot. And I'm appreciating that the men are now stepping up because they understand that this is also their children. So the men who
There's a
are,
role they can play.
and there's a role they can play, because at the end of the day, these kids are theirs. They don't have one parent. So to wrap that up, I think it's really significant for them to be given enough time to also bond with their newborn, because that bond
And they should also be
transcends
deliberate about
that.
it.
Yes, yeah. Just the same way the government is deliberate about us having breastfeeding. It's the same way the private sector at some point in terms of advertising became also a little bit deliberate. When it's cooking oil, before it used to be a woman in the kitchen, you know.
Yeah.
But now you see most of the adverts have men
In
cooking
aprons, yeah.
So I think it's just high time to try and make it like a deliberate movement to show that men are taking care of children. Last example, which I really like, this gentleman, Ted Josiah, has a very
he's changed the game.
amazing story of a man raising
A
a
girl child.
a girl child. And when I see him, and I'm just like, call these niggas out, bana. It's not an excuse that you're a man, you can't raise a child. Not anymore. He's done it. The kids are good and we're good. So
Yeah.
So yes, let them extend the period if they can. Yeah.
I think we'll need a part 2 for this. So definitely the next video, she will still be here.
She has
and
more
maybe
questions.
we'll even have a part 3. Still allowed. We'll go.
But I'm happy you have questions. I'm happy that now people are curious. Actually, me, I wasn't curious at your age. I was just like...
It was like, Ed, put that shit away from me, please, eh?
Me imagine ilikuwa tu sherehe ni wapi?
Yeah.
Iko wapi? Okay, I never thought about these things, but kudos for you trying to think about it.
Yes.
It's impressive that now at least people are more deliberate about having kids. As we just had kids by is it coincident? It was a nice thing to do.
Let's close this off first of all.
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Share this video to someone who you think... subscribe. Share this video to someone you think this will be of great help to them.
And we're taking more questions. If you have questions,
yes, please ask them in the comment section, and also follow us on our social media. They'll all be in the description box. So, thank you guys and bye.
Thank you. Bye.